everyone, it's Caitlin and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 different meals that you can make using 10 ingredients or less, and you only need a microwave in order to make them. Now that it's fall, I feel like school is in full swing and we're all getting into work and we start to get bogged down with a lot of other activities and stresses, and some of us may not have the time that we used to have in order to make delicious and healthy recipes. So I decided to challenge myself to get a little creative in the kitchen and come up with some new ones for you guys. I also made this video for all of my fellow friends out there who are currently in a college dorm room, because I can totally relate to the struggle of finding healthy and delicious vegan food when you live in college dorms. But even if you don't live in a dorm room, I still think these recipes would be great for you, especially if you're in a time crunch or don't feel like going out to the grocery store and having to buy a million different ingredients in order to only make one recipe. Now, I went to Trader Joe's to get all of the ingredients for this video, but I do want to say all of these ingredients are pretty budget friendly and you should be able to find them at any grocery store near you. So today we're going to be working with some sweet potatoes, tomatoes, blueberries, chickpeas, spinach, basil, lemon, and avocado to create some delicious meals. I also used some salt, hot sauce, nutritional yeast, and cinnamon, which are items that I already have as staples in my pantry. So if you don't have them in your pantry, you can either leave them out because they're not crucial, or you can go ahead and purchase those yourselves because I'm sure you can find a million other ways to use them as well. So let's get just straight into cooking. Or microwaving, should I say.
So first we're going to be making some chickpea stuffed sweet potatoes, and this recipe is super simple. Well, all of these are pretty much. So first we're going to take 2 sweet potatoes. Depending on how hungry you are, you can cook more or less, also depending on the size, but you're just going to poke some holes in the outsides of them with a knife just so they cook a little better, and you're going to microwave these for 5 to 6 minutes, flipping halfway in between. Then once they're nice and soft, you can tell just by touching them, you're going to cut them in half to split them open. And I wanted to get some greens with this, so I decided to put them on a bed of greens. You could also stuff them with greens, but then you're going to add some chickpeas. Make sure you rinse and drain them to avoid digestive issues. And I also sliced up a few cherry tomatoes, and then I topped it with some nutritional yeast. And if you've never heard of nutritional yeast before, this gives it a nice cheesy flavor, but it is kind of optional. I'm addicted, so it's not optional for me. But then I also just topped it with a little bit of hot sauce and some lemon juice just to give it a little bit of a fresh flavor so it didn't taste like everything was made in the microwave, you know? And that is it for this one. So next we're going to be making a spinach salad with an avocado dressing, and you can have dressing on hand obviously, but I prefer to use avocado for my dressing just because I find that it makes everything nice and creamy. So for one salad you're going to need half of an avocado, and I find it easiest to slice my avocado sort of in a grid. After you've sliced it in a grid and sort of made the pieces easier to pull out, you can just run your spoon around it to get everything out. So then you're just going to mash everything up with a fork, and you want this to be mashed pretty finely because this is going to be your dressing, so you don't want there to be a lot of chunks unless you like chunks of avocado in your salad. Then we're just going to add the juice of half of a lemon to give this a little bit of acidity. And then you're just going to stir that together, and I added some salt and pepper just to give the dressing a little bit more flavor. So then we're going to add a few big handfuls of greens into our salad bowl, and you're just going to fold the dressing into them, and this helps make the greens more tender, and it also just makes everything nice and evenly coated. So after you've mixed everything in together, we're going to add some chickpeas, sliced tomatoes. I cut mine in half just to make them easier to eat, and I also added a pinch of blueberries because I like the combination of salty and sweet, but if you don't like that, that's totally optional and you can save them for a snack or something else. And then I also added about 3 tablespoons of freshly chopped basil. I love adding fresh herbs to my salad because it really takes the flavors up a notch, but herbs are not that expensive in the long run, and you can use them in a bunch of different ways. So after you've mixed everything together, you can just eat it in that bowl, but I just put it in a smaller bowl just to be fancy. Then finally we're going to be making some sweet potato and avocado toasts, and we're not going to be making these in the toaster oven, but I still like to call them toast because it's like an open-faced sweet potato toast, you know? So for this one, you can peel your sweet potatoes if you want to. I decided not to, but what you're going to do is cut your sweet potato into thin pieces. And after you've done that, you can just put them on a plate, and you're going to microwave these for around 3 to 4 minutes. And like the other potatoes, you're going to flip them halfway over in the middle of the cooking time. In the meantime, you can mash up the other half of your avocado. So I just scooped it out, mashed it up, and this is going to be the spread that we put on our sweet potato toast. I didn't add anything else to it because I'm going to be making a sweet and savory version of the toasts. So I just dolloped the avocado on there and then spread it out with a knife. And for our savory toast, I decided to add some tomatoes, some freshly chopped basil, a sprinkle of nutritional yeast, and then a dash of salt and pepper. And then for our sweet variation, I decided to add some blueberries and a pinch of cinnamon, or if you have pumpkin pie spice, that would be great too. And that's it for this recipe as well. It's super easy to make, and if you don't want to make it a full meal, I also feel like it would be great as a snack.
And that is it for this video. Let me know in the comments below which recipe you like the most and which one you want to try first. And also let me know if you liked this concept for a video. I thought it was really fun, and I feel like I probably still have a few more microwave hacks up my sleeve, so I could even make it into a little mini video series if enough of you guys are interested and want to see more stuff like this. Also, if you're new to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button down there. I post 2 new videos every single week, so you don't want to miss out on those. And thank you all so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, whatever time of day it is for you, and I will talk to you later. Bye!